All right, we're going to go over ISO8 and T4 recommendations for the Shadowlands team. And of course, I don't think everybody's going to go for this team. I really don't. I think about half the community is going to go for this team, and the other half is split. Also, there's going to be a group of the community that goes all out, probably about a quarter, and then the other people like myself, we're going to wait and see how many T4s to invest in this team. And probably what I'm going to do with this team is just take it up to some sort of level where it's going to be usable on war offense. Now, the problem with that is that, like Marauders and such, is everybody has deeply entrenched, highly upgraded, highly T4'd, highly red starred with promotion credits teams. And what is it going to take to get this team up and running? Are we going to be able to get significant punch-ups against Doc Ock and Marauders with a minimal amount of investment? And if that requires a limited number of T4s, I'm all in. I'm going to be looking into it because at the end of the day, it's 3 legacy characters and 2 new characters. And White Tiger is a campaign event, relatively free-to-play friendly, and Moon Knight's going to be some sort of milestone. My guessing it's going to be a Blitz milestone like Red Guardian, White Tiger. Big shout-out to Wolverthor. Wolverthor made this this infographic, which we're going to go over. I agree with 90% of his recommendations. I have a little bit of different thoughts on some of it. And also a link to his video will be in the description. But first things first, let's go over the ISO-8. I believe the ISO-8 has very specific ones that they need. And we're going to start over with Daredevil. Daredevil should be Raider. I'm comfortable recommending Raider because of his kit. And I think this whole team is really about White Tiger and White Tiger taking advantage of Striker. And so Raider makes sense on Daredevil. I think a lot of people have been using Raider on Daredevil for a long time. Now, Elektra, for me, she 100% has to be Skirmisher. And that has to be that that has to do with that she's 1 speed faster than White Tiger. And so Elektra will go first. She'll be able to apply the vulnerable, and then White Tiger will get the 2-tap when she takes her turn, which is crazy. And then the thing about White Tiger is she's basically Black Panther, and what the Black Panther kit should have been for Black Panther. And she gets 70% turn meter with her T4 on her passive when she finishes blow. So having her in Striker and getting that extra attack, the ISO Striker attack, is vital. And Elektra turn 1 applying the vulnerable so White Tiger can take advantage of it is the way to go. Night Nurse has to be healer. And then Moon Knight, also Raider as well. Also keep in mind his special ability when you target somebody, when he hits people that have negative effects, he has a 100% crit chance. So Raider makes a lot of sense there. Let's get into T4s. And T4s are quite interesting. And boy, I'm just going to talk about what I'm going to do and ones that I find very interesting. Now, I had the T4 on Daredevil's passive from before. And I believe, according to Wolverthor's infographic, this is in his category where he feels it's essential. Luckily for me, I believe I already had it. And so it's just, it's just the way it is. I already had it, so good. Now, his throw baton is one that he also has on this list, and I have to 100% agree with it. He's got this on the list, the special, and there's a couple reasons for that. And throw baton, you want to do turn 1. And it all has to do with getting 2 counters on Shadowland allies. And the reason why this is important is that, first of all, when they spawn, because of White Tiger's passive, they're all going to have offense up. So they're going to be counterattacking with offense up. Also, Moon Knight gets 50% extra damage while he has counter. Huge! So the first couple turns, having Daredevil put counter on Moon Knight, giving him more damage is huge. It's a big deal. And plus, I've got footage of this where the team is just getting destroyed by the counterattacks on this team. Because if you want to test this out, you can go into balanced PvP. And the problem with balanced PvP is that all the T4s are enabled. And so all of that footage that I made of right here where they're just wrecking teams after wrecking teams over and over again. I mean, there was a match where the counterattacks just destroyed. And it's a lot of fun, but I really think turn 1 Daredevil applying the counterattacks to the team is a is a no-brainer. Now, when am I going to put this T4 on? Not right away. I kind of want to wait and see. You know what I mean? Like, I know that I already had the passive. This right here, the throw baton, not feeling it quite yet. It seems like it's a vital one. I think I just want to wait and see. And that's going to come down to the importance of Night Nurse. And I'm probably going to be dumping T4s into Night Nurse first. And when we get to Night Nurse, I'll explain why that is. Then we're going to be going to Electra. Okay. I'm probably not going to put any T4s on her. The only one that is interesting to me is this one right here. On spawn, apply, evade, and stealth to all adjacent Shadowland and hand allies. And so that way you can put her in between, let's say, White Tiger, who you want to protect, and Night Nurse you want to protect. And all three of them will spawn with evasion and stealth. Now, that may be a situation later on where that becomes important against certain matchups. So for me, because I have a limited number of T4s and I'm not really sold on this team 100% yet, for now, right now, I'm not going to put any T4s on Electra. I'm just going to sit back and wait. Now, Night Nurse. Okay, now this is the one that's a total mess, in my opinion. Night Nurse might be a mandatory character to take up to high gear and high T4s just for the Doom raids in the skill lane. I'm hearing from people that have taken Night Nurse to gear tier 15 and have taken her into Dark Dimension that they're getting a lot of use out of Night Nurse. And the two T4s that I'm going to look at first are going to be the passive right here, which I think this is probably the first one that I'm going to do personally, is when this character, any Shadowland ally, drops below 50% max health, apply defense up to that character. Fill this character's speed bar by 30%. So for some reason a big monster AoE hits the whole team and they all drop below 50%, they're all going to get defense up, but more importantly, she's going to get tons of turn meter and she's going to be able to heal them up. And that's going to be good especially if you can get them going above and below 50%, and then she's just getting extra turn meter. I think this is amazing. I think for the sustain of the team, this kind of reminds me of Beast. And just being able to go constantly and heal up the team, I think this is amazing. And it looks like at least part of this is going to work outside of the team, and it's going to be useful inside of the raids. Then it's the second one that I'm going to look at, so I'm going to do that one first. And then the next one I'm going to look at is right here, and this one has to do with clearing negative effects off of allies. Now, the thing I like about this ability is it's 3/3 cooldown, and even if you don't need to heal, call the ally with the highest damage to attack the primary target, and that should be White Tiger. And if White Tiger can get a kill, she's going to get turn meter. And taking advantage of this and doing this all the time is going to be amazing. When you put the T4, is that there's going to be some added effects right there. Clear 3 negative effects from the most injured ally and all adjacent allies. Heal the most injured ally and all adjacent allies. So that does seem like a better heal altogether. Plus, this is not a Shadowlands specific T4. So what I'm hoping is that Night Nurse is going to be a standalone important character in the skill nodes inside of Dark Dimension, or inside of Doom, along with, let's say, a character like Red Guardian. And then there's going to be a lot of value in doing these two T4s, even if the Shadowlands team is not something I'm going to do. So the data is coming in on that, and those are the two that I'm going to start with triage, and then I'm going to go to first aid. Next, we got Moon Knight. I already did his passive because it boosts the entire team's max health, which seems kind of important to keep them from dying and allowing White Tiger to wreck nerds. And then the second most important one, I believe, is going to be this one. And here it's going to be on War. It does boost the damage, but more importantly, it clears all positive effects. This Moon Knight's kit kind of annoys me because it's so random. But and what the kit that really has blown me away is going to be White Tiger. And we're going to get to that. White Tiger. White Tiger. My goodness. She might get used outside of the Shadowlands team, and she might be an amazing counter to a lot of different teams. I'm just saying, she looks like, if she's that great, she may be one of those characters that at the end of the day gets a lot of T4s. The passive seemed automatic because of the speed bar on spawn, just kind of makes the team work the way it is. And then her stalking slash is probably the next one that I'm going to do. As far as the next 3 T4s that I want to put on this team would be her special, Daredevil special, and Night Nurse passive. Those are the 3 that I'm the most interested right now. That still means a lot of T4s. I mean, that's almost like a 7 T4 team. So I'm just going to have to wait. I'm not ready to do it right now. I'm going to go, but this boosts the damage. And the reason why getting this bonus attack and getting the extra piercing and all that, the reason why that's important is this is going to go off turn 1. When it goes off turn 1, especially when you're attacking into someone with vulnerable, and then she's getting the second attack, because remember, Elektra is going to be with the ISO-8 Skirmisher, so she's going to be applying the vulnerable to the target that White Tiger is going to be attacking. Seems bonkers. It really does seem bonkers on how that's going to play out. So I want to go into battle real quick and just to mostly reinforce this Skirmisher on Elektra rather than Striker, and because I think a lot of people had Striker on it, and Reminex pointed out that Elektra just goes before White Tiger, and ever since I switched it, the team really made a lot more sense. And we're going to go up against, I believe, Wave 1 Avengers here in Blitz, and we're just going to see how this goes, and I'm looking forward to this. Now, this is a pretty big punch up. It's Blitz. Now, the problem I have with this this format is none of the war bonuses are turned on or off. It's kind of frustrating that we don't have a way of testing it, but I got to tell you, balanced PvP mode, I made a video about it, and they pretty much wiped out every team except for Black Order. And I suspect that if I did it, a little differently, maybe that would have gone down. I'm going to go after Thor, so I'm going to go crazy with Thor. Other reason why I like Elektra in the very middle is because she absolutely, the stealth kind of blocks the chain. Now, this is the double tap, and I don't have the T4 on her, but if I did have the T4 on her, I'm going to suggest that this probably would wipe out Thor. I don't know if we're going to get a clean kill here, but we're going to get, because, we don't have the T4 on it, but we are going to get the extra attack from the Striker. She does have Alphonse up. Let's go. All right, not quite there. So the other thing right here is now Daredevil does not have the T4 on this, so this does not put the counterattack on it. So I am going to do this one right here, which is kind of annoying. Normally, I think I would have gone and did the other one, and the counterattack would be up right now. And the reason why the counterattack would be important is that this ability right here, or Moon Knight's passive, when he has counterattack, he gets 50% extra damage. So this ability would be doing more damage if Daredevil went before. So I think that's going to be a needed T4. This team needs a bunch of T4s. It's kind of driving me crazy, actually. I mean, it really is. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't really need to heal right now, but there's no reason not to. And I might as well try to get the kill right here with White Tiger. Let's go. Oh, my team is not built up yet. All right. When White Tiger's built up, she will have the highest attack. Her stats are the highest. And when I was playing that inside of, balanced PvP, it was White Tiger that was getting the assist. So that is what it is. But Daredevil right now, because a veteran, a legacy player, has the highest damage. But I'm pretty sure that's going to be White Tiger when we're all said and done. All right, there we go. Now we're down to the rest of the team. This makes me sad. No counterattack, just counterattack on him. All right, well, that's fine. All right, let's say get the double tap right here. All right, we weren't able to get that extra speed, but that's fine. Okay, so this will always crit right here, so that's kind of nice. Oh, no, it only crits when they have negative effects. Never mind. Only crits when they have negative effects. All right, well, let's keep going. Let's see. We're going to go after Hulk. All right, so we're going to get the double tap, and she should get the 70% turn meter. Finally, once this match, we get that, because this is how this match goes, is that she just cleans up and cleans up and cleans up. I highly suggest checking out Wolverthor's video, because there is so many other things to take in consideration on how this team works. Definitely, he goes into way more detail than I did. He did full spreadsheet analysis on every single T4, and it's quite good. Plus, I very much like the infographic. I agree with everything on the infographic, except for I think I'm a little bit more sprung on Night Nurse passive than he is. And then they also have suggested team placement. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And guess what time it is? it's time for the giveaway. I really hope you liked today's video, because if you did, you are in luck. For every single person that likes this video, you will be getting for free an 8-star Trash Yoda in your account. This is not a scam. Oscar the Grouch says, or Trash Yoda, just because you're trash doesn't mean you can't do great things. It's called a garbage can, not a garbage cannot. Talk about rad joke, not dead joke. Shout out to Foulmouth Yoda for that meme. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming. Bye.